Oh man! Hey, hi everybody. How you doing? Good morning to all of you. Gamestop with Uncle Bruce is here. How you doing today? It's Stock Markets with Bruce. I'm your buddy Uncle Bruce. I got my caffeine-free Diet Coke in here. I'm already all caffeined up. I've already had my coffee. I'm alive. I'm well. I'm all jazzed up. I'm all juiced up. Uh, I'm fine. I was just thinking, I was just chortling to myself, just thinking, boy, wouldn't it be kind of cool if you had a friend of yours that had a DeLorean with a flux capacitor in it, and you could go into the future for like a year, just a year, just kind of look around, see what's going on a year from now. Oh gosh, darn hey. What a year it could be. Wow, this should be a lot of fun. Anyway, never a dull moment in our world today. Folks in France are not having a good time. I don't know if you know this. I don't know if you care, but you might want to be paying attention to that. There's some activity over there that is not going well for the French. There's an election going on. It's a snap election. I love snap elections as opposed to the U.S. versions. Snap elections are like you got 30 days and we're going to vote. That's it. I love it. Then it's over. Done. The markets in Europe right now, London and Germany are up, and France is down. 2/3 of a percentage point almost on the CAC 40, whereas the German market is up a third of a point, and the FTSE, the London exchange, is up almost a third of a point, quarter of a point. They're higher. France is lower. And when it comes to Treasury notes, the 10-year Treasuries, the German 10-year Treasury is paying, if you buy it, you get about 2.46% on your money. You buy a French 10-year note, it will pay you 3.4%. It's almost a point higher. It's approaching 1% differential. These guys are neighbors. They do a lot of business between each other, and they're both part of the EU. But one is having an election, and one is not. And the one that is having the election, they are getting their butts handed to them on their bonds, their stocks, and economic prospects. It is not good at all. And the worry, and it's not, it might be the French people selling their own stuff, but it's the outsiders. Foreigners are nervous what's happening in France right now on its election. Now, the French people decide who they vote for. Go and vote whoever you want. Well, the indications are that the far right, the unthinkable far right, might form or could have the majority of votes in the parliament, and that the moderates will be in second place and third place. There's at least three main parties over there. And the more the far right are leading in the polls, the worse the market is getting, and the more unstable the treasury market is. The bond market, the French bond market, is not doing well. Foreigners are dumping French assets. They're not impressed. They don't view the far right as economic salvation and economic prosperity and confidence builders. They view the far right as very unstable, very shaky, highly untrustworthy. And so that's what's going on. But, the French people who are answering these poll questions see what's happening with their stock market. They see what's happening to their pension funds. They're seeing increases in interest rates. So for seniors, they're getting more interest on their money, maybe. But on what money? There's the question. And how stable are pensions going forward? How stable are social programs going forward? Are they going to be cut like the right keeps promising? That means voters are voting against themselves in a way. Will this fly? I don't know. And it's possible that, this snap election will create instability in the parliament for a while. But on the other hand, the other parties could form a coalition to outvote the far right. The right will be a pain in the rear end. They have 36% of the seats, and the rest of the parties have the rest of the seats, 64%. there's opposition there. Who knows? Uncertainty is not good for markets. Now, America, what's happening in the United States? There was a debate last night, and the Dow is up 14 points, the S&P is up 20 points, and the Nasdaq is up 104 points. The markets are delighted. The markets are absolutely delighted with how things are going in America. The crude oil price is up 41 cents to 82.15. The oil shills are happy. Everybody in America is making money and getting richer. And does anyone really care about what's going on the debate stage? About 1% of America is going absolutely bonkers about it. I would bet that 99% of Americans are yawning and don't give a crap about what happened last night and what's going to happen the next few months, because the election isn't until November, and so much can happen between now and then anyway. And reality is, I believe 1% of Americans don't have to care about economic factors, getting a job or anything like that. They're so well off that they care about preserving their wealth and just trying to get richer. Below the top 1%, you have the next 9%. That gives you the top 10% of Americans. And they have enough reserves to handle any kind of shock and any kind of whatever in the markets. They're going to be okay too. They're likely self-employed. They're likely managing their own assets. They're unlikely to be day job people. Then you have the next maybe 30%, that from the 90 percentile to the 60 percentile, the upper middle class. And maybe that's even only 20 percentile. I'm not sure. The top 30% of Americans are the ones in the upper middle or higher. And they too are probably okay because they are owners of businesses. They are employed with firms as senior people. They have contracts. They have tenure. They're stable and they're fine. And then there's the rest of the country, and that takes us from the 60-70 percentile down to zero. And unfortunately, from 0 to about 40%, that group is the most vulnerable to programs and assistance and what have you. And then there's the rest of us, and there's the group that are desperately trying to get out of that group, and they only want to go one direction. They want to go higher. They don't want to stay in that group because they're going to get caught perhaps on the lower end. And this includes a lot of seniors. This is the thing about the election that's coming up that you have to worry about, or think about, I guess. Worry maybe is the wrong word. The debate last night likely was aimed at 35 to 45-year-old males about testosterone levels and how good my golf game is and all that good stuff, and whether I can do a push-up or not. That represents 0.5% of the voters. It's a nothing factor. The biggest voting factor in the election is probably two: seniors and women. There it is. You can break your voters down any way you want, but it comes down to two groups: senior citizens and women. And unfortunately for one of the parties, they have angered women to no end. They have absolutely put their foot in their mouth and have stomped on women's rights so badly in the United States that this is going to take 20 years to be forgiven. Another generation of women will have to come in, and I don't know if they will forgive. This is a real Achilles heel, and it doesn't show up in the polling dramatically. It doesn't show up. You're not going to see it as headline news on media, because media knows if you advertise the fact that most women are really upset at the one party and all of the shenanigans that are going on, this election's over. It's over. If you don't focus on that group and you focus on immigration and you focus on illegal stuff and wars and inflation and economies, you get that 50-50 split, which is great for television viewing, great for newspaper sales, great for media, social media engagement, and keeps eyeballs coming in to watch ads. But if you go to the core issues, it's over. And yet, people say, "But wait, look what happened last night." And this country of the United States, um, great as it is, and Americans are fabulous. Majority of my viewers are U.S. citizens. Um, you don't have to care about it, and that's what's going on. Most Americans couldn't give a crap about what's going on at that level. They don't care. Why? Because it means nothing to their daily lives anymore. The President of the United States means nothing to you going to work or not. What people want to know is, are you trampling on my rights as an American? Are you restricting my freedom of movement, my freedom of speech, and my freedom of choice, what I do and how I do what I do with my family or not? That's the important factor, and nobody went there last night, virtually. And that's the underlying boiling lava just under the surface, just like Hawaii. It looks so pretty, but down below there are raging volcanoes, and one or sooner or later one will blow, and it'll come on election day, and it'll be that silent, steely-eyed voter standing in line for hours, which also upsets them to no end, because why in this country should you have to wait hours to make a vote? Makes no sense. With the most technological country on the planet, absolutely ridiculous. They get to the ballot booth, the curtain is closed, and they have their choice to make. And women will make their choice, and they're the majority. And seniors will make their choice, and they're a powerful force. And at the end of the day, you go one way or you go the other, and it'll be close, no question about it. It's going to be close. But what ends up happening ends up happening. I have no idea what's going to happen in the next 3 months, 6 months, a year. I would love to go forward in time in a DeLorean to find out. On the other hand, kind of fun to experience it. Just kind of wake up every morning and wonder, what is going on today? What are we going to get this time? What's going to happen here? What's going to happen there? So much going on, so much precedent happening. Unbelievable. For those of you who are here with me today, 241 of you are now watching me, or listening probably. Why look at this face? Just listen to this guy. All I can tell you is this. You want to make money in this market? Don't even bother looking at the election. You're wasting your time. Every minute that you spend thinking about the election and the outcome is a minute that you've taken away from yourself, from the ability for you to make money in this market. This market is near all-time highs, despite all the troubles of the world, despite all that you're being told is wrong with everything. The markets are near all-time highs. If it was so bad, if everything is just so terrible, why is the market at all-time record highs? It's just like the movie A Few Good Men. If you said Santiago was not to be touched, why did you have to remove him from the island on the next flight out? It makes no sense. This market is at all-time highs, just about across the board. And yeah, there are pockets of winners and losers and everything in between, but the dollars keep coming into this American market. And American consumers are doing the best on the planet, despite everything, despite who's in power, who's not in power, who wants to get into power, who says what about whom, whatever. It means nothing. It doesn't matter. And so coming back to your situation, you have to make money for yourself. You have to make income for your needs. And there's an easy way to do it, relatively speaking, easy way to do it, and that is writing options. But it comes back down to you every morning when you get up and you schlep your way into the bathroom and you have your little bodily fluid thing And then you get up in front of that mirror and turn on the water and put the water on your face and brush your teeth and get ready to put on some makeup and comb that fantastic hair that you have. Look at mine. You look in the mirror, and that is the individual that makes or breaks everything in your life. End of story. You can blame anyone else you want. You can attempt to blame anybody, anywhere, on whatever they think, say, do. It means nothing. It's up to you and you alone to decide your lot in life, your enjoyment of this world, your success or failure going forward. Eventually, hopefully, and I would say for most of you here, now 255 of you, you're slowly trickling in. Most of you who are here and watching on the rerun right now, you've already made that choice. You've already come to that realization. It's my call, and it's how I respond to whatever I'm faced with every day of my life that determines how my life is going to be run. And you can go to a Tony Robbins, inspirational seminar week or weekend, or buy the tapes and the DVDs. You can buy inspirational books. You can buy online inspirational uplifting classes. You can find God if you want. You can find whatever you find that motivates you. But it comes down to you. You're the one who has to make the change. Now, do you want to be a follower, or do you want to be a leader? And that is the end game. And unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, depending on how you look at it, the way the world is structured, and as you get older, you figure out how many people talk the talk of leading, but all they really are followers. They follow an out-of-world thing, or they follow something irrational, or they follow a person down a rabbit hole into all kinds of what have you, and they follow, whether it's a religious person, whether it's a politician, a business person. They find a leader. They go with that individual, and they now buy into the entire program. For those of you out there who are here, it's more likely you have figured out that you can be in control of your investments and your early retirement, or a more comfortable existing retirement. Or for those of you young enough, oh my God, you've realized, holy crap, I can quit my day job or not have to pursue a 20-year career in this organization or in this field of study. I can actually live a life that is unthinkable to 99% of the world out there. And that is, I am my own person. I am in control of my destiny, and I am just managing my assets. And I just keep coming back to the one undeniable fact, and that is the top 10 percentile of this world, of the planet, not of your town or of your state. I'm talking the planet, the top 10 percentile. A vast majority of those folks, the most successful economic people out there, self-manage their assets. Now, maybe they run the family furniture factory that they've had for generations. Maybe they're born into wealth, and now they're taking over the family whatever. I'll give you that, no question about it. That's always been a case. But for those who are self-made and have really made it in the last 10 and 20 and 30 years, made the dough, they've done it by managing their own assets. And this is where they don't have a boss. They are the boss. They're the boss of themselves. Now, for some of these folks, they've done so well that they hire people to help them run their affairs. Hey, of course, if you're a multi-billionaire, you can't do it all by yourself. You're going to need tax attorneys. You're going to need economic advisors. You're going to need bankers to help you bank your money. You're going to need investment advisors to help follow the plan that you have for your investment. Of course, that you hire people to do what you do. And even in the middle class, those of you watching me, some of you have you use H&R Block every year to prepare your taxes, or you use QuickBooks, or you use an online thing. You in effect are hiring people directly or indirectly to help with your affairs. And the hope I have is that by hanging around here for a while, your affairs become larger and larger and more successful, and you will be hiring more people to help you minimize your taxation or make your life easier or allow you to travel where you want to travel or live the life you want to live, and so on and so on and so on. The top 10 percentile of this planet, not America, the planet, are probably a vast majority are self-employed asset managers of their own assets. And yes, some of them do manage purely equities, commodities, options, futures contracts, but many of these folks also are into real estate. They manage a real estate portfolio. They own apartment buildings. They own percentages of real estate deals. They have shopping malls. They're involved in the automotive business as a distributor of automobiles. They are the leading seller of blue jeans in their country. They own retail stores that of jewelry or whatever. Yeah, they manage their assets. They are self-employed. They're the boss of their environment. They have family members that maybe work for them or not, and they have a succession plan, and they are busy, busy, busy people, and we don't know who most of them are, and we never will. And that is the world at large. We are aware of celebrities. We are aware of movie stars. We are aware of singers and performers, but they are the minority of the very well-to-do. The very well-to-do are anonymous, globally located, living their lives, and are very busy people and do not seek the limelight. They don't need the limelight. They're not interested in being as well-known as huge celebrities that do seek the limelight and want to be seen and known. The very, very well performing members of this planet are not the ones you see on the cover of fashion magazines. They're not the ones you see walking red carpets with ridiculous clothing. Those are celebrity wannabes. Those are people who want to be in the eye and stay in the eye because that's how they make their money. They make their money with exposure. The very well-to-do, vast majority, don't seek any exposure. As a matter of fact, they go the opposite direction. They stay very private in their affairs and live a very comfortable lifestyle with their children, their families and children and relatives, and they have a wonderful time of it and not get hassled by reporters and paparazzi and anything like that. The American way, unfortunately, has been clouded. A lot of people think, oh, for me to be successful, I have to be famous. No. That is, unfortunately, for a lot of people, they're so focused on becoming famous, they're not successful. They're successfully famous in a way, but getting nowhere. No, the way to make it work is that you manage your assets in a way that you bring much more money into your hands than you need to live on. That's how you measure success. It's money in versus money out. And if you do it right, you will live a lifestyle of comfort, but you might be surrounded by people all around you that go to work every day. They commute 5 days a week and schlep away at their jobs. And some of them are very happy doing that because they love what they do. They don't even they don't even imagine the possibility of being a self-employed asset manager of their own wealth because no one has ever told them that this is possible. They're too busy working to even think or know that. Somehow you found me. I don't know how you found me, but you found me. And you've joined this group. Some of you have become very successful at option writing. You don't comment very often. You're very occasionally saying hi to anybody. You're very anonymous. You're very private, and you're doing extremely well. And if I've had anything to do with it, am I above the moon happy? No question about it. For a lot of you out there, you're new and you're joining in here and you're trying to figure out if this guy's real or not, or if this is legit or not. And as the days go by and the weeks go by and you do your due diligence and you check out option trades, you check out the markets, you open up a practice account, you take a couple of my classes, you become part of my Gold Bagel member family, you join the Discord group with these people, you begin to understand, yeah, this is real. Oh, this is legit. These people really do this. But you also get you get it into your mind that he is talking right now at 8:55 Eastern Time on Friday, the 28th of June, 2024. He's talking right now to 290 people that are watching him right now. That's all. There are only 290 people here. There aren't 2,900. There aren't 29,000. There aren't 2.9 million. And yet, 2.9 million people could really benefit from this little pep talk, from this little realization of just what is available for you in the market. It's just sitting there. And many of you are going, he's right. I'm writing options. I'm bringing in money. He's right. It's working for me. And if it can work for me, the schmuck that I am, you're saying, it can work for anybody. And yes, but you know, you got to buy into the program, don't you? And it comes back to the very start of the day. You wake up in the morning, put some water on your face, and look at the person in the mirror and say, is this person going to be the one to take me to another level? Or do I not have confidence in this person? That I believe, as nice as this person is just going to stay right where they are. I'm going to stay in my little zone. I'm going to wear my blinders so that I don't get sidetracked here. I'm going to follow leaders that I follow. I'm going to stay in my zone because I'm afraid. I'm terrified. I'm just too chicken to go the next level. I get it. It's okay. You're forgiven. It's all right. There are followers and there are leaders. The good news is, if you want to become a leader, you don't have to brag about it. You don't have to get in front of the class and read a speech to your best friends who are the worst critics. You remember grade 5, 6, and 7 when you had to do a speech in front of the class? Terrified? Yeah. Public speaking? You don't have to do that here. You can become your own leader of your own world and lift yourself much higher in the social standing economically without anyone knowing about it. That is one of the most powerful things about learning how to write options. When you use this to write 10 call options or 10 cash secured puts or credit spreads, forehand covered calls, you use a device like this to watch my classes with earbuds privately, and you learn how to write options privately. You practice trade in practice accounts privately. You're doing all of this trading alone without anyone in the family aware of it. That's power. That actually is power. You do not have to wear a hat that says, I'm an option writer, pick on me. You do not have to worry about going into the family Thanksgiving dinner scenario surrounded by 10 and 15 well-meaning relatives. They want the best for you, but they're quick to judge. You can play the game and go, yeah, I'm working at so-and-so. It's going okay. We're selling chips to whatever. I'm with a software company. I drive a truck and I deliver stuff. I'm the same old as I used to be before. I'm the same old, steady Eddie, and it's all good. But secretly and on your own and privately, you're becoming a monster and you're moving up the chain very quickly. And the thing is, there's this thing. If you want to know how well you're doing in the world, depending on where you live, just go to Google, and whatever country you're in, why don't you put in a question into the Google question box? The question is, how much money do I have to make a year to be in the top 10 percentile or the top 25%? Or what is the demographic breakdown of my country for wealth? What do the most valuable? What's the average salary in my country? What's the lowest income quartile, the middle, the third quarter, and the top? Just check those out. You'll find all kinds of videos about this on YouTube. You'll find all kinds of studies and government reports. And I mean, there are people who track people. And you'll figure it out very quickly. Well, if I can add $20,000 a year of revenue into my hands from where I am now, I will go from this level of wealth to this level of wealth. If I can write options and bring in $4,000 a month, $1,000 a week in option premium, given 6 months, a year from now of learning how to do this and getting more confident at it, you may find shockingly that you're going to go from the 45 percentile number to the 68 percentile number. And then what you're going to do, and this is common, this is human nature, you're going to look at the 69 percentile, the 70, the 71. What levels are ahead of me? How much more do I have to make to get into that level? Because you're always curious, how am I stacking up? And what do I need to do to get to the next level of success? And for some of you out there, you've been shocked because in the first 6 months of learning how to write options, you went into a solid middle-class lifestyle, even though you didn't feel it because you're so in debt. You're still trying to get out of that. And the next 6 months, your revenue stream and cash flow coming through moved you up into a higher stratus level. And then 6 months later, even higher. And then you noticed, after a year and a half of writing options, then it hit you like a ton of bricks. And you went, oh, geez, I used to have 3 credit cards with balances on them. They're all gone. I've paid them all off. And I used to only have $500 to $1,000 in my checking account all the time as emergency money. I now have $3,000 in there, $4,000 in there. And I can always put a couple of thousand in there whenever I need it. These little things, these are big things for some of you, but for many of you down the road, these are little things that just add up to a continual show of performance. And it's evidence to you that your economic life has completely changed. It's completely changed from being a debit carrier to a credit carrier. And your cost of living has gone down a little bit. Yeah. Maybe a lot. Yeah. And the pressure on your paycheck to deliver the end result has diminished dramatically because all of a sudden the side gig that you're perfecting here is becoming more and more powerful, and it keeps growing. And there's the thing about option writing. It never stops getting better. You can make it bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger every month, every quarter, every year, because there's no limitation on how well you can do in option writing. At your job, you're going to get a raise once in a while. If your employer is proactive, you're going to get a cost of living increase maybe every 6 months with an annual review, and you're going to be rewarded for your damn hard work. But if you're at a crap company, you never get a raise. You have to get one. You have to ask for one. You have to pitch for one. And too many of you are petrified to even think about asking your supervisor for a raise because they have intimidated you to the point where you're so afraid. Welcome to the world. This is the world in which we're in. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you, but it's not fair everywhere. For some of you, you're part of a union, and your union leaders are the ones who are pushing for better everything. Whatever position you're in. But if you want to become an option writer, you need one of these. And whatever you do on this, you can do in private. You can do on your own. You work from home, you are in the win position of win positions. Because, boy, there isn't someone over your shoulder watching everything you do. And now you have the opportunity, with how motivated you are and how eager you are, to change the current situation for the better. And after some research and hanging around here, you may find that this isn't for you. I hung out with these people, and I listened to this guy, and I investigated option writing, and it just isn't for me. Fair enough. On the other hand, a lot of you who've been here a while, you long ago figured out, oh my God, I can't believe how easy this is. And I can't believe how much money is being thrown around just writing one or two or three contracts. I mean, just two or three options at a time. I can't believe how much money, over $1,000 every time. This is insane. I can't do a garage sale on Saturday at my house where I open the damn door up and I put the driveway full of my crap. And at the end of the day, I have $200 in my hand and I just got rid of boxes of garbage. For some of you, you're going, I got $200. And in the option writing world, you're learning how to write an option or two, and you got a couple of hundred shares of GameStop or whatever, and you write two calls at $4.50 a call, and you hit the button, and they sell, and you have $900 in your account, and you're going, wait a minute, I did a garage sale like 2 weeks ago, and I made $200, and I got up at 4 in the goddamn morning. I had my coffee, and people started showing up at the driveway at 6 o'clock, and I said it starts at 9, and I'm schlepping boxes out, all this crap that I've been worrying all week to sell, and people are here at 7:30, 8 in the morning already wanting to look through my crap, and who knows how much they stole. I have no idea if I got ripped off. And at the end of the day, I made $200, or I generated $200 in sales. Here, I just hit a button. And I just sold two contracts at $4.50 a contract. I just got $900. I can do whatever I want with that money. Holy crap! What am I doing these garage sales for? What the hell is this? This is a life changer. This is the open the window and take a look at the view. Oh my God, kids! Thank you, and congratulations. I can't emphasize every day how proud I am of all of those of you who have started to take classes. When I see someone buying class number 1, I just go, oh, here's another one. Here's another one that's gone to this level. They've gone this far to now watch class 1. Then they pick up class number 2 and class number 3, and I start to see comments from this individual coming in, or I get a private email, and it begins. The age of discovery, the realization of, you mean to tell me that I can write options on stock I have and I can keep that money no matter what? What? Are really? And if the stock market goes against me, which means the market actually goes up, I not only get richer, because the stock that I have, I wrote options on it at higher levels, so I get a gain there, and the option I wrote might go up in value, but not by much, because there was this time premium thing that I'm learning all about, and by the time the option is close to expiry, I sold it for $4.50. It's trading at $3, but my stock is up $3. I'm up $3 on my stock, and I'm up $1.50 on these contracts, and I can buy those back and write new contracts for $5.50 a piece if I want it. Bringing in the, hey, why didn't anyone ever tell me about this? Why isn't this in school? Why don't my kids come home from high school and tell me about their economics professor who just showed them how stock options work? My kids adore celebrities. They love following the most famous people in the world, and that they travel in private jets all the time, and they stay in swanky hotels, and they wear massively expensive clothing. But my kids, they think about a fantasy life of being wealthy beyond your dreams, and the only way they think it can happen is if they learn how to play a sport, they become a good singer, they're a movie star or television star, and that is the top 1/1,000,000th of a percentage point of odds. And then there are gazillions who never make it. What about people around town where we live who are very well to do. I mean, we can get on our bicycles or get in our car and drive around town in the nicest neighborhoods in the city, and you can see for yourself these unbelievable multi-million-dollar houses, and out in the country around town, these massive mini ranches and 4 acres and 5 acre lots with huge 2, 4, 6, $8 million houses. How do they do that? No one teaches that anywhere. Why? Why is this such a big secret? I thought I lived in a free country where it's free to express whatever you want to talk about, and you're free to go about the country to become successful. There are all these people who are successful, and I don't know what they do. And my kids don't know what they do and how they do what they do. And no one teaches us. Why is it that? Why is it like that? Welcome to the party, pal, where there's a club that maybe you do or do not belong to. Now, if I can help you generate $10,000 a month in option premiums, $20,000 a month, $30,000 a month in premiums, you will lead a very comfortable lifestyle compared to what you got now. Probably very comfortable. Will you be able to buy a $5 million house next month? No. But you're going to be able to appreciate that house a lot more. You're going to be able to appreciate the kind of money those people are generating, and you're going to be able to calculate in your mind, well, I went from nothing to this level of option premiums in this amount of time. You give me this a much more amount of time. What I'm going to do with my option writing campaign going the next year forward, the next 2 years forward, oh, watch out. You're never going to go to work for anybody ever again. You're not going to retire poor. You're not going to run out of money before you die. You're going to be able to look after your bills, your family's expenses. Hopefully you will be completely financially sound going forward, and from there you can take it to whatever level you want, but at least you've got a start way above where you are now. Because where you are now, you are, many of you, buried in a nightmare, an economic nightmare. We got to get you out of that. And I again, congratulate those of you who have stepped up and taken the classes. You've become part of this channel as a YouTuber, Gold Bagel member. You've joined the Discord group, and you're living a new life, a new economic life that no one told you existed. I can't emphasize enough. Every day. And the reason I do this every day is because today there might be 20 new people here who've never heard this pitch before. They've never heard this. There's no YouTube channel telling them that you can really do well out there. You do not need to have a lottery ticket win to win in the market. That is a pipe dream, and that keeps the suckers coming in and staying suckers, because they figure, well, I don't have to learn anything. All I got to do is buy this stock real cheap, watch it go way up to here, and I'm a millionaire. What do I don't need to know anything. Good luck with that strategy, because there are zillions of them out there trying to do exactly that. And can you count the winners on one hand that have done really well with this strategy? Even Roaring Kitty, he is lambasted by the media all the time, and he has made a lot of money. But do you have any idea how many gazillions of hours of research this person has done? How many gazillions of hours of studying this person has done? This person's lifestyle, this person's morning to night obsession with wealth and success and growth. A lot of you can't do that. You don't have that kind of time. You can't dedicate that kind of time to this kind of strategy. It's for the select few. I realize that a lot of you who watch me, you do have day jobs. You do have obligations. You've got daycare issues with your kids. You've got medical issues with yourselves or your families or relatives. You have a spouse that cannot work or needs help, or you're looking after your mom and your dad. You're looking after this. You're looking after that. You got 25 things on your plate at all times. I get that. There's a lot of you here in that boat. And then you found me, and you started to learn how to bring in a couple of grand here, a couple of grand there, another 2 or 3 grand over there. You've learned different option strategies. You figured out the ones that work for you, and you've realized, I can make a change. I can improve around here the daily life pattern of this household. And it's a compounder. It's a compounder to a better life. Again, congratulations for those of you who have really stepped up for yourselves and have made the difference. It's a tough step, really tough. Alberto, thank you as always, my friend. 39 months, a Gold Bagel member. Get the classes, folks. His strategies work. 39 months of membership. Why? Why? Because he speaks facts, teaches in plain English. There it is right there. I don't pay Alberto to say this. The good news is Alberto didn't have to pay to say this either, because any of you can make this kind of a notice anytime you want. As being, if you're a member of this channel, you can make these comments if you like. I thank all of you who do say this. For some of you, I know you're skeptics, and you're going, he talked to Alberto last night. He sent him a text saying, hey, would you mind giving me a little plug? They're skeptics. Believe me. I know. Oh, I know. Why does this channel have members? Why can only members comment during market hours? Because the trolls are just ready to pounce and destroy and to belittle and to really shame people into just trying to make their lives a better life. There are those who will never believe. There are those who will never, ever be convinced there's any other way other than get up in the morning, go to work, come back home, have dinner, watch some TV, and go to bed. That's life. That's the end of it right there. And don't even get out of that box. And then there are others who are, I think there's more to life than that. And why is it then that some are so well off and so many aren't? What's with that? I don't know where there's a rule that says I can't be better than what I am. I don't believe there's a rule there. I don't think I have to play that game. I think I can look for an alternative that is better than what I've got. I don't want to be my mom and dad. I don't want to be my grandparents. I don't want to be my cousin. I don't want to be my nephew. I don't want to be my coworker anymore. I don't want to be my old pals at school who went on to okay careers and a nice middle-class lifestyle. I just don't want to be doing that. Call me a radical, call me crazy, call me irresponsible, but I want to get more. For some, you would be known as driven. You will be known as a person that never is satisfied with normal. In my opinion, you're a winner. And in the sports world, the hardest practicing athlete is the one that does the best long term. And there are athletes out there who we all have come to adore over many generations of time. Our parents, our grandparents, our kids, we adore certain athletes who are mediocre at best, but they have a drive that cannot be stopped. And they seem to find themselves on championship teams all the time. It's just unbelievable how these mediocre people become winners. And we adore them. Well, if it can be done in the sports world, it can be done in the option writing world as well. But, if you're seeking fame and fortune, you're in the wrong area, okay? And maybe that's a good thing, because so many of you just want to make a few extra bucks, man. Look, Bruce, can you help me make $1,000 a week more than I'm making now? I'm generating $7,000, $8,000 a month gross with all the overtime and all the crap, and I net out so much money after all the deductions. Can you help me make 50% more than that through option writing? If that were it, if that was everything I could ever get, I am 50% net ahead of where I am now. I have to literally double my gross income to do this. You're helping me double my gross income by showing me how to make right options over here and make this side gig going. Get it going. I hope that works for you, kids. I love you guys. Thank you. Charlie, I've only been a gold member for 14 months, but I've been here since Uncle Bruce was doing the 8-hour marathon sessions. His options training is legit. Again, I thank you, my friend. Thank you. And Here, Jesse James, I've spent countless days driving around seeing huge houses. And I have a great paying job. And I think to myself, what am I doing wrong? Why do they tell me at work I'm doing really well and I'm doing really well paid and I can't afford to get out of the neighborhood that I'm in? And it ain't as pretty as these neighborhoods. And I also believe that if I'm driving around a really nice neighborhood in my town, these folks with these really nice houses, they have a second house. They have a second house. And now that house might be the one in Palm Springs, California, or in Scottsdale, Arizona, or in Palm Beach Gardens in Florida, or somewhere on the coast of the Gulf of Mexico somewhere, or maybe they have a lovely villa somewhere else. They're in the Rockies with a ski chalet. They travel to Europe often. They've traveled the world. I just am certain that this isn't all they have. If they have a home of this stature in my town, they must have more than that. Because if you've been wealthy for decades, having this kind of wealth, you couldn't possibly have just stopped at just this house. There you go. Why is there a triple car garage in front of their house, attached to their house? Not for one car. It's for 3 cars. Better than what you have, I am sure. Alberto, here is a donation for Uncle Bruce. It started with 5 Boeing covered calls, switched to 7 covered calls on Tesla, and now I have compounded to 65 Tesla covered calls every month. This was all possible by Uncle Bruce's classes and one-on-ones. No magic bullet. You have to put in the work. And there you go. Right there, 65. Tesla is not a $2 stock. This is dough. It's out there. It's available. Okay, at any level. You can start with 5 contracts, 7, 2, 16, and go from there. It's exciting. I'm just so pumped for you guys. Thank you, Alberto. Always. Just always thank you. And way to go, pal. You deserve it. No question about it. Thank you. The Savage of Wall Street, birthdays are the worst days. Now we drink champagne when we're thirsty. Uncle Bruce, thanks to the gamblers, I'm taking the family to Tahoe Reno again for 6 days to hot August nights. We're going again, Bruce, because of those gamblers. We're going out there and are going to enjoy ourselves. Well done indeed. Fantastic. Thank you all. Jesse, this man speaks to my soul. He understands my problems. Believe me, I have driven around. When I was younger, my father made me aware of where we were economically. He made a point of showing me, let's take a drive. Let's go for a little spin. Okay, Dad, let's go for a drive. Well, and I'm like a young teenager, I'm 14, 13, 15. Well, let's go for a drive. Oh, okay. And we're driving through downtown, and we're driving through the burbs, and we drive through some of the nicer neighborhoods. And he says, yeah, how much are those houses worth? He'll say, our house, the one we live in, I bought for $35,000. The house we have is worth $35,000. This is back in the 70s. What do you think these houses are going for? Because I had no freaking clue. I'm a 14-year-old punk, stubbly hair on my face, thinking I can grow a mustache, long hair, thinking I'm cool. I'm just a dork. And I'm kind of going, oh, geez, they're certainly more than our house, Dad. I mean, look at the size of the lawns. And then he would say to me, give me an idea of what some of these houses are going for. And I just go, my God, $100,000 house? Our house is $30,000, $35,000. These are triple our value. So just take it forward. You're in a $500,000 house, you're being shown $1.5 million houses, or you're in an $800,000 house and you're looking at $2.5 million homes. Yeah, it's an impressive. But then he would say to me, do you have any idea how much bigger these homes are than ours? I go, well, they're kind of double. Like they're at least double our house. He said, do you know how much more furniture you need to fill a house like that? I'm going, oh my God, yeah, geez. You'd need a lot more furniture to fill up that house. And then, of course, the triple garage, there's 3 cars in those homes. We just have one. We have a garage for 1 car, which is full of crap. So we didn't even park cars in our garage. And the garage we had, if you did put the car in there, you could barely open the doors to get in and out because it was such a tiny garage. I'm going, geez, yeah, I hadn't thought of that, Dad. Yeah. And he said, look at the backyard of these places. Like, look at between the houses, you can see their backyards. I'm going, well, there's a golf course back there. It's going, yeah, these homes are on a golf course. You know how much money the land costs to buy, to be able to build a house on land like the lot of our house, and he'd give me a number, it would be worth like $10,000 or $8,000 back then. Is the lot? These are $50,000 lots, and I'm going, holy crap! What do you think they do for a living to be able to do that? I said, well, they sure don't do what you're doing, Dad. I mean, you're working your tail off as a musical instrument salesman, and you have a music store. All that success you've had isn't enough for you to be able to buy this for our family. And yet you're successful, Dad. I mean, wow, you worked your tail off. And he was just showing me, this is the world that you are part of. What do you want to make of it? Now, he would remind me of the fact that he came from West Germany after the Second World War. He was a refugee. He was broke. My mother was in the Netherlands at the end of the Second World War in a Red Cross camp. And when she got reunited with her family, didn't know if her father was alive or not. Thankfully, he was. When they were, together in 46 and 47 and 48 and 49, they were broke. They were hungry. I mean, physically hungry for food for years. And they came to Canada in 52, 53 with nothing. So for my dad to show me around in 1969, 70, 71, to say, look at these places. You're just going, wow, Dad, that's triple, quadruple, 5 times, 6 times as much as the house we live in, which is a great house. We love our house. Wow. He's going, this is the upside. This is what's out there, and only you can get it. And I'm going, wow, Dad. Yeah. Did it motivate me to become a great academic? No. I was still useless at that. But boy, did it open my eyes to the outside world. And I welcome you to the outside world through this channel. I just hope I can get you to get over the hang up that you can't make it, that you can't make it better. If only you improve your revenues by, 20% over what you're doing now. Just 20% better. You will make a difference in your life. Dramatic. For some of you, it's a matter of a couple of $1,000 a month. That's all you need. A couple of $1,000 a month of added income coming in on the side. Boom. You are in a different demographic. For some others of you, you match your take-home pay. You match it from option premiums. You'll then be convinced that, oh my God, even I doubled my monthly salary by doing this too. Holy crap, man. Let's keep this going, because the option side is growing and will continue to grow. My job is, I'm locked in. I'm going to get a 3% raise, which is nothing. That's inflation. Not even. I'm locked. I've maxed out. The job has been maxed out. The options are not. And this is where the upside comes from. Is when you double your income and make double what your paycheck is. You make triple what your paycheck actually is. Then you go, oh my. I'm in the top 30% in my country. I'm in the top 33% in my country of earnings. 2/3 of all the people in this country that I live in don't make as much as I'm making. I just started learning how to write options like last month, 3 months ago, 6 months ago. Oh my God. welcome to the potential party that you could be part of. I thank you all so much for being here. You guys are great. Look, kids, I gotta go. I gotta shift the commentary over now to members only. Thank you, those of you who, as I said before, who have subscribed to this channel, who have become members of this channel, especially those of you who are gold bagel members of this channel. The top echelon. You've reached the top of the peak, the top of the mountain. You guys are the backbone of this channel. At the end of the day, this channel only is on the air because it has members, and it has gold level members more than any other. There are more gold level members than any other members of this channel, and the number is growing every month. And I thank you all. Keeps me motivated, keeps me charged up, and if I can help you guys, just get richer, I couldn't be more thrilled. I tell you right now, nothing motivates me more to get comments from you to let me know how you are doing out there. And the private emails you've sent me, fantastic. By the way, the poll question is up and running. Did you notice I have a poll question? There are 216 responses, I think, in the house. The question is, I started writing stock options because of this channel in the year 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024. How long has it been since you started writing options because of this channel? 37% of you say, I started in 2021, Bruce, right at the beginning when you were going live every day, right by that spring, summer, fall, I was writing options already. 14% of you said, I started in 2022. I found you after a little while, and I joined in. In 2023, only 8% of you say 2023, but 41% of you are saying, I started writing options because of this channel this year in 2024. It's only been 6 months or less, and I've already started writing options on this channel. I am so thrilled for all of you who have joined in, becoming option writers. This to me is a sign that many of you are going another direction rather than just schlepping at the job that you've had or the career you've had. Thank you so much. 219 responses and climbing. 120 thumbs ups. Thank you. 363 people are watching. We're open for trading now. Thank you all for coming through here and being part of this familia. I love it that you're here with us today. I want you guys just to get richer and richer and richer. 25.40 on the GameStop right now. Very nice. We're up about 30 cents a share. Go, GameStop, go. Rocket Lab is up 4 cents. SoFi is up a nickel. Matterport is up about a penny. We don't have much else showing at the moment. Apple is up 180. Goldman up $5. Tesla's up $2. Microsoft down a quarter. HBQ up 46 cents. Google is down $2. Amazon is down 170. Nvidia almost unchanged, up just 6 cents. Unity down 8, but AI up 20 cents. $28, $28.75 for AI, and $16.47 for Unity at the moment. Adobe up $8.44 to $5.55. We've got IBM up 35. We've got Facebook at $514.88 down $4.60. We have Home Depot up $1.40. Vanix Semiconductors up $1.20. Enphase down $2.30. Palantir up 20, and Uber up $1.31. Welcome all to this morning's show. And I'm glad you could join us and become part of this familia today. I'm just so thrilled you're here, and I'm grateful that you're here. I'm hopeful that you're bringing in dough and saying, thank you, sir, may I have another? I like this game. I'll take this action all day long. Nice going. Picario is saying, I hear you. I think it's just that the world of stocks is foreign to me. And when I hear so much that anyone selling classes is scamming, it's hard to think otherwise. But like I said, you are changing my mind. Vladdy, I'm number 113. Savage Wall Street. Uncle Bruce, I'm heartbroken. A few months back when Tesla hit the $140 mark, I sold two $130 and two $125 cash secured puts for Jan 2026. I got 35 for one of them, and I got 40 for the other. Now those are like $13 each. Isn't that a crying shame? That's wonderful. Nice little profit made there. Sell high, buy low. Alberto Savage, hot damn! You get the daily bingo. Can he get that easy button, Bruce? Can you give him that?
That was easy.
That one right there. Oh yes, we can do that. Well done. What else is going on here? Assignment, that's a cash grab, free money. Splair, 25.30 on GameStop. Rocket Lab's trying again to break 5. Will it be sustainable? Questions, and more questions. 25.12 on GameStop, just ahead a little tiny bit. We're up 200 on the Dow right now. I've got AI up 36 cents. I've got ME at 43 cents. I've got SoFi at 6.59, up a nickel. NVIDIA up 12. Rocket Lab 4.94, up 8. Matterport up 1.5. SmartRent up a half a penny. The super microcomputer stock 8.78, down 11.80. One of the most volatile stocks out there. Spire Global at 10.84, up 4 cents. Spiders are up 120. Adobe up 7.80. Uber up 138. The Qs are up 58 cents. Apple up 92. Tesla up $2 right now. Welcome to the party, pal. AMD at 161.38, inching a little higher and a little higher. Watching those the stock price and thinking about Luca with his 165 calls. Watching and wondering how this is going to play out. Unity up a nickel. Google down 2.40. Moderna down 58 cents. Cisco up 8. Pfizer up down 2 cents. Microsoft down $1.05. IBM up $1. HBQ up 30. Amazon down 149. Home Depot up 310. Vanik up 214. Goldman up 630. Boeing up 47 cents. Facebook down 457. Meta. Target up 144. JP Morgan up 148. Costco down 112. Walmart down 3. Disney down 17. American Airlines no change. AMC down 4 cents. DraftKings up a dime. And Royal Caribbean at 162.50, up $2.29 a share on Royal Caribbean. There you go. That's the story. That's the market. It moves in its own mysterious ways, and we just have to react to it. That's how we do that. Thank you all so much for being with me this morning. It's great to have you. 25.31 again. 34, 25.34 on the GameStop. The high of the day, 25.49, and we're inching to 25.40 right now on GameStop. 1.4 million volume. It's all we got in the first 7 minutes. It's up 25 cents on only 1.4 million shares. There's nothing for sale. It's going higher. The market is not. I think the market's afraid to sell the stock and drive it lower because I believe that the shares are going to the 30, 35 level more likely than 20. That's where I'm at. I think the shares to 30 to 35 a share are a certainty, where down to 20 or less is very unlikely. They're $4.2 billion in cash richer. They're sitting on all this money. Why would you short this stock under $20? You got to be out of your freaking mind to think that right now. But it is what it is. 25.40, 25.35, 45. That's it. Chewy at the moment is off $2 a share at $26.90. I don't know what to think about that. I am not a follower of the Chewy stock, the story, the whole thing. It's not where I want to be. It is in its own world, and I don't know what to make of it. Tesla is 201.45, up 378. We've got Google down $2 right now. Spiders are up 145. So it's generally a green market, more or less. We're at 25.31 to 25.35 on GameStop, trying to go to 40 again. I think GameStop goes higher. I think SoFi is about to go. The SoFi has been inching up all week now. We're at $6.59, $6.60. $7 is your next neighborhood. We're going to blow through that. We'll go to $7.58. We're going to blow through that. This is the 28th of June. This is the last business day of June. The second quarter of the year. The third quarter of profitability for SoFi. Monday is July the 1st. Get ready for SoFi earnings in about 4 weeks. Get ready. Press conference, conference call, on-camera appearances. Noto will be everywhere. Third consecutive quarter of earnings. We're now going into the fourth quarter of consecutive earnings. SoFi is just a matter of time, and time is running out. SoFi will explode at any moment in time. Time is running out. The 658, 660 neighborhood will be the good old days in not too long a time frame. But what can I say? It is what it is. Cash secured puts can be written on SoFi. Up to you how you want to play it. GameStop 25.22, 25.25. High of the day 25.49. The low of the day 25.01. We've had a 48-cent spread on GameStop this morning. Volume now 1.6 million shares. SoFi 659 up 5. Volume 1.8 million shares so far on SoFi. There you go. NVIDIA up 58 cents. Rocket Lab up 6.5 to 492.5. Matterport 414. We've actually improved from the 395 range in the last week or so. We were down at what was it, 390 something a little while ago. In the last month, 391 maybe. 414. It's being taken over at 550. The shareholder vote is on the 26th of July. The countdown is on that one. Again, I cannot emphasize enough how easy this is to make money on. But there's only 344 here, 344 people. There aren't 34,000 people watching. If 34,000 people were watching me right now and they found out for the first time that Matterport is a done deal, it will be taken out at $5.50 a share after the 26th of July. How many would buy that stock on spec? But there's 342 of you here. That's the reality. Your option writers. Let's not forget that. Smart Rent 236 down 1.5. We got Adobe up 9.79. Uber up 166. Apple up 27 cents. Tesla up 388. Interesting. AMD now 162 a share. We've got, what else? Cisco up 8. Microsoft only down 21 cents now. IBM up $1. Home Depot up 188. Goldman up 745. Complete reversal of yesterday. Interesting. Target up 91 now. JP Morgan up 148. Costco up 80. Markets are going greener, apparently. The Dow now up 173. And AI up 60 cents to 29.15. Very good. And GameStop 25, 25, 26, 27, something like that, on 1.75 million. ME up a penny, 43.5 roughly. Volume today, 50,000 shares. Just no news. Waiting. There is something here, says 23andMe and Nightingale Health announced strategic collaboration to pilot blood biomarker panel. They announced a strategic collaboration to pilot Nightingale Health's critically validated and cost-effective blood metabolics panel with a cohort of 23andMe members. I don't know what this means. I hope this just makes both companies a lot of money. And 23andMe currently offers its annual members the option for blood testing and provides interactive tools like Health Tracks, a feature that incorporates customer and lifestyle choices into calculating a lifetime risk of disease. Blood biomarkers may improve the accuracy of these predictions and provide more direct insight into the kinds of interventions that may be most impactful to a customer's health. As part of the pilot project, 23andMe will offer up to 5,000 23andMe Plus Premium and Total Health members the opportunity to receive blood testing through Nightingale's remote health check at no cost to them. The pilot will evaluate customer feedback around the blood testing at home sample collection and the utility of the data when coupled with 23andMe's established personal genetics products. So there might be something here. I don't know. It's not bad. It's not bad news. It's interesting news. What can it mean for both companies? That's the, is it $1 million question? $100 million question, $1 billion question. I don't know. Anyway, at the moment, 23andMe is at 43.7 cents a share, up 1.4 cents so far this morning. And we're also waiting for a takeout of that company to be made private. And I have been thinking between $1 and $2 a share would be the price. That's all I got. I don't have anything more. Well, we'll see what's going on. Thank you, Cindy B. I received a call last night to cast my vote as a stockholder of Matterport. All right. Bobby, my Tesla put spread is in the range for a buyback today. The buyback is set at 11 cents. Range is 10 to 14. There you go. Rock and roll. Rock and roll, pal. Time is your ally on that one for sure. Nice going. Nice going, Bobby. Interesting. 25.22, 25.24 on GameStop. We're up 15 cents on 1.8 million. Nothing bad is happening here. SoFi 657 up 3, Nvidia up $1.06, Rocket Lab up 4 cents. Dow's up 144 at the moment. As far as the rest of the market is concerned, let's see. Let's go here. We've got a 142 gain on the Dow, 18-point gain on S&P, 58-point gain on NASDAQ. The oil market is up 15 cents a barrel right now. There's the story, and that's the dealio. What this means, we'll figure out as time goes by. GameStop stock rises after Roaring Kitty returns to social media is a headline in the Barron's magazine today. Online, it says that GameStop shares snapped out of its recent funk on Thursday, with momentum carrying into Friday as the most high-profile proponent of the stock returned to social media for the first time in more than a week. The influence of Keith Gill, known as Roaring Kitty on social media, is not to be underestimated. There were no obvious material catalysts for the gains, but there's no surprise for the so-called meme stock, which became an icon of the retail investor trading frenzy of 2021. What can I say? Gill broke his more than 10-day silence on social media on Thursday, posting a cryptic image of a cartoon dog. That in and of itself could just be enough to ignite a flurry of activity over GameStop, but there remain signs that the wider meme-fueled frenzy is fading in what could be a sign of stagnancy coming for the shares. Okay, there's your shot. I don't know. We'll see what gives. I'm just a guy in front of a computer asking his viewers to follow him and hopefully get rich. That's really, all I'm trying to tell you here. I think there's all kinds of opportunity to make dough in this market, including GameStop, with respect to options writing. The stock right now is at 25.31 on GameStop, with a high of 25.49 today. That's the story on GameStop. Okay, welcome to the party, everyone, and I'm glad you're here. We're up 108 on the Dow Jones right now. All right. Woo-wee. Bobby, I hope you get those credit spread done, and you can create a new one and bring in some dollars all over again. Nice going there. 29.09 on that AI stock, up 54 cents. It wants to go higher. Looking good. SoFi 655, Nvidia 125.43, up 144 at the moment. Tesla's up 470 a share, 202 on Tesla. That is crushing put credit spreads for sure out there. Google down 159 at the moment. Dow's up 100 as we fade a little bit at the moment. 25.35, 25.50 on GameStop. We just jumped 20-30 cents on GameStop, just like that. 25.57 on GameStop, up 44. This is the new high of the day, 25.59. There's 1,000 for sale at 25.70. That's it. There's nothing there. There's one for sale at 25.56, 51 for sale at 25.54, 50 at 25.62. There's very little offered on GameStop. 2.2 million have gone through. I guess about 500,000 in the last 3 minutes. at 25.45 right at the moment, with a low of 25.01. So it's still just a 58-cent spread, but we went from 25.30 to 25.59 like that. Just when you look away from it, it can jump 20, 30 cents like nothing. Hot knife through soft butter on the GameStop shares. AI up 51, ME still up 1.2 cents, 43.5. SoFi up a penny, 6.54. Welcome all to the program, and thank you for joining me today from wherever you are on the planet. Say hello if you like. Let me know where you're watching me from. How you doing out there? Do any of you have options expiring this week or next week? Remember, next week, we're not open on Thursday. That's July the 4th. We only have a 4-day week next week. Again, another 4-day week, which means options shrink faster than normal, because next week is a 4-day week, not a 5-day week. 25.39 on the GameStop, 36.39. We had a shot, now we backed off a bit. Is there another run coming in? Should be interesting to watch. There seems to be a buy position here just behind the bids, just kind of lurking. I don't know at what price for sure. Might be around the 25 mark. There might be a decent size order being accumulated. I don't know. Not much in the way of selling until we get to 26 something. It's very thin. Up to 26. 25.39, 25.40 right now. High today, 25.59. Welcome to the party, everybody. I'm glad to have you joining us today. Thank you for participating here. First of all, thumbs ups. I appreciate all the thumbs ups you've given us. Last report, we were in that 110.20 range. The thumbs up meter is kind of indicating 141 and climbing. Thank you for the thumbs ups. Hit that button if you don't mind. On the poll question, 234 of you have responded on my poll question of the day. And this is for viewers of this channel, no question about it. The question is, I started writing stock options because of this channel. The year I started writing stock option, 2021, 36% of you. 14% said I started writing options in 2022. 8% said I started writing in 2023. And 42%, the majority of you who are taking this poll question, I started running stock options because of this channel in 2024. And I say, well done. Welcome all of you from 2021 to 2024 who are joining this party, writing options here, bringing in capital into your accounts. Back in 2021, the folks that were writing options back then were the folks who were sitting on GameStop shares. You were sitting on a ton of GameStop stock. You'd been trying to catch the wave, trying to figure out getting in and getting out. And then I suggested, why don't you just write options on this stuff and just get paid to hold it? Because a lot of you don't want to sell GameStop. The stock was 150, 130, 180, 200. It was all over the place. And so you began to write call options. And you started hauling in 5%, 8%, 10%, 15% of the value of your stock and more as you were writing options and going, this is too easy. I mean, I'm writing options that die in 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, they expire. And I'm getting these ridiculous amounts of money to just offer it for sale at a price I choose. I like this game, you started to tell me back then. And we began to get into other ways of writing options and other ways to get paid to be a shareholder or not to be a shareholder, just to earn a return on GameStop without even owning it. Oh, wow, what a game changer that was. And then we started talking about credit spreads, cash secured puts. We went all over the place with this, and we've been adding to this program month after month, quarter after quarter. We have more viewers now who are writing options than ever before. We have Gold Bagel members at the highest level of all time since this has been created. And we have got people here who are going, this is changing my world. This freaks me out. I can't believe how much money people give me just to write 5 or 10 at a time. I can't believe writing 10 contracts and getting $500 a contract, $5,000. I bring in by being a holder of deep in the money calls or stock, they give me $5,000 today. That's an instant settlement. Like, what? Yeah, there are folks here who are writing $500 contracts at a time, bringing in $25,000. The first time people did that, they went, wait a minute, I owe American Express $8,000. They're charging me 30% interest. I owe MasterCard $8,000. They're charging me 2.2% a month interest. I owe this Visa card. I owe this department store money. I owe that. I'm going to start knocking off credit cards. This is great. This is already making me an additional 25 to 30% return on my money because I'm charged interest of 25 to 30%. If I don't have to pay that out, that's money that I keep. That is a return on paying off this debt from my stock that I just brought this money in from. What? The worlds are colliding. People just went, I can't believe this is. I can do this. Why doesn't anyone tell me this? No one in Wall Street calls me. Nobody from my bank calls me. Nobody from my management company that runs my money in my 401k. Nobody tells me this, that I can completely change my existing economic condition in one svelte move. Only Uncle Bruce tells me to do this. Why is it only Uncle Bruce that tells me I can be way ahead economically with my life? What the hell is that all about? Why do I have to rely on a guy from Canada? I mean, he's not even American, okay? He's a Canadian. Why do I have to rely on a Canadian guy to tell me that I can completely change my economic life so easily? I mean, I watched this first class. I watched the second class. I set up a pretend trading account to mirror my own account and then experiment on writing options on my stuff in the pretend account. And it works. And then I started writing actual real options and my hands were shaking. I was so nervous when I put in my first sell order. Sell to open. 2 call options on GameStop at $30, good for a month. This is easy.
That was easy.
Holy crap.
Oh, yeah. I want to rock.
Hello. Bruce, why didn't I find you before? What was I doing out there? How was I following all these other promoters and these shills and all these day traders who are trying to get me to do what they're doing? I don't think so. Wow. $24.92, $24.95 on GameStop, by the way. We're now down 16 cents. So the high of the day, $25.59. Welcome to the party, pal. If you've written call options, you're going, hey. If you're looking to write cash secured puts, you're going, hey, the lower the stock goes, the higher I'm going to get for my cash secured puts to write them. Thank you very much. This is fun. Friday is a half day, by the way. Wednesday is a normal day, but Thursday we are closed. Dude wrote an August 16, August 20, $17 put spread. So I wrote the 20s and I bought the 17s, and I got $279 in cash for all 3 of those. That was done on. Then on Tesla, I wrote August the 2nd, 180.85 put credit spreads. I got 146 for those. Taken cash from the gamblers. Credit spreads. The minute you create a credit spread, you have more cash in your account than when you started. This is a good gig. Now you fold your arms and watch those dollars shrink out, and you give less back. You keep most of that money and give some back later, if any at all. Nicely done. Tesla, 180.85s. The stock of Tesla is 202. So anything over 185 a share, dude keeps all $146. That trade, dude had to put up $500 to write that spread on Tesla. He had to put up $500. That's his risk. 500 less the 146 he got. Dude is risking $354 to make $146 between now and the 2nd of August. And I can tell you something, and Dude will be happy to tell you, he won't be waiting until August the 2nd to close that trade out. That trade, the higher Tesla goes now, that spread shrinks dramatically. By next Friday, that could be down to $85. Friday after that, that could be down to $20. He might be shutting that thing down in less than 2 weeks. Thank you very much. Wrote on this August 16, GameStop's 2017. So stock's at $25 right now. That's where we're at. Stock stays over $20. That credit spread is worthless. He keeps all $279. Thank you very much. Dude's having fun here. Bobby, give back another dollar. Bought back triggered at 12 cents instead of 11. I'm done. Now you can write your next spread. Well done, Bobby. Dude, Tesla's a little more bullish, maybe closer than you like, but the premium was good for the buying power. B. Tizzle, yesterday I sold $27.50 GameStop calls for next Friday. And I got paid $1.51 for those. They're already down to 80 cents now. They die next Friday. There's only 4 days next week to trade. These are going to keep falling. Interesting. 25.05 on the stock. B. Tizzle, I couldn't pass up the free holiday depreciation. Just selling one of those, you brought in $151. That's one class right there. Thank you very much. Dude, it says Dizzle, nice job on those spreads. There it is. It doesn't sound like a lot of money. It really doesn't, does it? You think about someone writing a credit spread, putting up $500 and getting back a $146. Doesn't sound like a lot of money. Well, $500 isn't a lot of money to make $146 on. But you know what? That's 29% on your money. $146. If Dude does not buy back that credit spread, just lets it die worthless and keeps all $146, he has his $500 plus he's got $146 more. He just made 29.2% between now and August. This is a very conservative kind of a trade. We're talking about $22 behind the market. Now, is it a super conservative trade? No, because he's within 22 of the market on Tesla. That's a volatile stock. But a month from now, if the stock's still sitting at 202, that spread is 50 cents at best. Now, if you could do 20 of those at a time, you got 10 grand lying around, you could do 20 of those spreads. You'll bring in 20 times $146, almost $3,000. Look, $3,000 coming in, and if in 3 weeks you give $1,000 back and keep $2,000 for 3 weeks of your time, thank you very much. That makes a difference in the household accounting situation. That's just a trade. That's just a trade. We're talking 5, 10, 15 grand lying around. There are people here watching me with 30, 40, 50, 60,000 going, well, I could do 20 of those Tesla trades, and I could do 20 of those GameStops, because the GameStop trade he was talking about had a $3 spread, 17 to 20, $300 a position. That's all I had to put up. He had to put up $900 to haul in $279. What? That's 30% on your money. And that one is an August. That one is an August expiry as well. What? I could do 10 times that many of those trades. That's going to run me for me to do 30 contracts at a $3 spread, $9,000. I need $9 grand to do $2,790 of business. Wait a minute, I can bring in $5,000 a month already, just on what I got lying around. I can easily bring in $5,000 in spread money here or more. I don't make that much at work. After tax, I don't get $5,000. I don't get $6 grand clear from my job every month. These trades are just, there they are. These are nothing special. These are not, incredibly lucky trades to make. This is basic stuff around here. Kids, people are changing their lives around here. You want to join the party? Why not? Well done, everybody. Nice job. Tizzle, I love this trade. Selling one call for $27.50 and bringing in $1.51. If you were in a position to have done 10 of them, you would have brought in $1,500, and now you can give back $800 in a day. By Monday, Tuesday, I suspect these could be 50 cents, 45 cents. By Monday, Tuesday, you might buy these back at 50, and then right for that Friday or the next Friday, 27 and a halves or 28s for even more money, and you'll add to the pile. Well done. Welcome to the party, everybody. Nice to have you here. We're up 192 again on the Dow. We're climbing again. 28.99 on AI, up 44. GameStop 25.04, 05, 010. It's just gone green again. GameStop has gone green. The low was 24.87, and we're now back to this 25.05 to 10 neighborhood. 3.2 million traded. $201 a share. 201.78 on Tesla, up 435. There are opportunities to write credit spreads, put credit spreads between 170 and 180 all over the place. There's easy trades here. Giddy up. B-Tizzle, I did 10 of them, baby. I did 10 of those. Oh, giddy up, baby. I love it. I'm loving it. 25.15 on GameStop, the high of the day, 25.59. Are we going for another high of the day? I don't know. Maybe we are. So much fun. Up 200 on the Dow now. 200-point move on the Dow. If we're in such trouble, if the United States economy is so bad, and the unemployment rate is unacceptable, and immigration is unacceptable, and inflation is unacceptable, and interest rates are unacceptable, everything is bad. Some will have you believe the United States is in worse shape than you could ever imagine. Why is the Dow up 208 points today, near its all-time record high? Why are stocks doing so well? Investors don't buy stocks if they believe the next 3, 6, 9, 12 months are going to be terrible. Why is the S&P 500 at 5,517, up 34 points? Why is the NASDAQ at 18,002, up 142 points? What is going on with this economy of the United States that would make these stocks and these indexes just about reach and break all-time highs? What? Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Kids, welcome to the party, pal. There's money in them there hills. There's money for you, and that's the bottom line. Thank you for 249 responders. 249 viewers of this channel have said, I've started writing options because of this channel. I started in 2021. I started in 2022, 23, 24. Look at the results. 36% for 2021, 14% for 2022, 8% 2023, and 42% of the responders have said to us, I started writing options because of this channel this year. In 2024, I discovered this guy 3 years after he started talking about it. My God, I just started writing now. Well done, kids. 34% have been here since 36% have been doing this since 2021. Coming into the 4th year of action. Isn't this fun, everybody? Thank you. 141 thumbs ups last I got. Appreciate the thumbs up number. It keeps climbing up now. 160 thumbs ups. Thank you for coming through for us. 160 thumbs ups. 251 people answering the poll question now. Thank you for doing that too, everybody. Appreciate you. We love you. Coming in, 42% this year, 36% in 2021, 13% in 2022, 8% in 2023, 253 responders of the poll question of the day. Well done, all. Welcome to the party. Nice to have you here. It's looking pretty good out there. Very, very interesting. 210-point gain on the Dow now. AI, 28.91, up 41. GameStop up 13 cents, 25.22. That's the story. High of the day, 25.59. Still hanging on to the positive here. ME up 0.9 of a penny here, 43.2 cents. SoFi 6.59, now 6.60 on SoFi, $6.60. High of the day, 6.61. 3.57 million traded on SoFi. Okay, 660, 661 range. Nvidia's up $3, 127.08. Rocket Lab 485.5. Matterport 414.5. SmartRent 232.5. SMCI Super Micro down 460. Spire down 20. The Spiders are up 347. Adobe up 850. Uber up 198. Triple Qs are up 472. Apple up 81 cents. Tesla up 436. Looking at that Spider S&P 500 ETF, its all-time high was set just the other day at 550.12. We're at 549.86. We're about to hit at this pace. We go a little higher, all-time highs again. Triple Qs, the high of the last 52 weeks, 486.86. Right now, 486.40. We're right there at the all-time high again on that index. The Dow Jones, let's take a look right now at 39,381. We did hit 40,000 so far this year, 40,077. We are about 667 away. That's a nothing burger. That's 1.5% from here. That's a nothing burger. That can be done in 2 days. Not a problem. So we're up 238 on the Dow. We're on our way to the high end of the record high. We're getting closer and closer. We were 800 away. Now we're 600 away. Dow is climbing. AI just broke 29 again, up 47. And GameStop, 25, 23, 25, 28 range, just about 35 cents behind the high of the session on 3.55 million shares, 25.31 a share, up 22 on the day, and just a few 25 cents away from the high of the day to go beyond that. So, well, let's see what's going on. Cindy, I am number 162 on your thumbs up meter. Deep value. Good morning, Uncle Bruce. Is there an ideal price at which GameStop should issue a warrants offering? Oh, I would love to see a warrants offering. Let's say at $22.50 a share, $25 a share. That'd be great. Do a 4-for-1. So you get one warrant for every share you have as a dividend. Free gift. It's listed. They trade on the open market. For every 4 warrants that you put together, you can buy one new share of the company at, say, $25 a share. I'm just picking up right. Ryan Cohen and Jeffries and Company comes out and announces that whatever warrants you don't exercise as shareholders on the day of expiry of those warrants, whatever warrants are not exercised will be exercised by Ryan Cohen or by Jeffries or whoever. So it's a bought deal. It's a done deal, whether you buy the shares as a shareholder or you don't. Now, what does this mean? What would this mean? It would mean that the company could increase its float by 25%. You could go from 70 million shares outstanding, whatever the float is now. You could go from 400 and some odd million shares. Where's that number? 426. So 25% more stock could be outstanding. So that would be 105 million more, 105 million at 25 a share, which would raise $2.5 billion additional cash. Would put this company at $6.7 billion in cash with 550 million outstanding. You'd have over $6 billion. You'd have more than $10 a share in cash. You'd be over $11, maybe $12 a share in cash. Okay, so let's say I think the market would like this announcement. The market, I think, would really like this announcement because the market will go, oh my God, these guys are going to raise 2-point-something billion in cash no matter what. Whether, if no shareholder buys a single share, they will still raise this much more cash. the stock will trade higher, no doubt in my mind. And so if it went up to $29 a share, each warrant would be worth $1 in book value. It takes 4 warrants plus $25 to get another share. Well, if they're trading at $29, that's a $4 gain from 25 to 29. 4 warrants, that's $1 a warrant. These are like call options. And if these warrants are good for 90 days, 180 days, 120 days, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, they hang around. This would be a showstopper. These warrants will trade millions a day. Every day, gazillions will trade hands. Gazillions of them. The stock will go up. Now, if the shares go up to $33 a share, $33 a share, that would be $8 higher than the strike price of 25. The warrants would be worth $2 each book value plus time premium. So they trade around $3 each, would be my guess. And every shareholder would be handed 1 warrant for every stock they've got. So now the shareholders are going, well, I got 5,000 shares. I just got 5,000 warrants given to me. And they're trading at $3 each. I can just sell them for $15,000. That's right. That's right. You get 5,000 shares, you can just sell the warrants and get 15 grand for them. Now, what do you do with the 15 grand? Whatever you want. Whatever you want to do with the 15,000. You can buy more stock in the open market and write options on them if you want, or you can write cash secured puts, or you could buy deep in the money calls on top of the shares you have and write on those. It's up to you. Put the 15 grand towards a credit card. I don't care. The market doesn't care. No one cares. Or you might go, well, wait a minute. I got these for nothing. I can buy stock at $25 a share if I want. I got 5,000 shares. I can buy 1,250 more shares at 25 a share. They're trading at 33. You could do that and then write options on those contracts right away. It's up to you. If the stock were to go up to say, I'm trying to come up with a nice clean number. If the stock went up to $45 a share, the warrants each would be worth $5 book value. 4 warrants at 5 each is $20. There's the difference between the $25 stock and a $45 stock. The stock trading at 45. The warrants would be worth 5 each plus time. They'd probably trade at 6. Every shareholder would have a $6 warrant for every share they had at 25 a share right now. Now, anyone that's short the stock, if you're short 1 million shares, you're now short 1 million warrants. You owe 1 million warrants to the market on top of the 1 million shares. You're now upside down, the warrants and the stock. That's why the warrants will trade at a premium. They will go up in value and trade at a premium. The shares will go up because the street will go, ha ha, everyone that short the stock is short a warrant too. Oh my God, we're talking 40 plus million warrants that are shorted that have to be picked up. This will run this market like you cannot believe. The stock would go to 45 a share, and at that point, the street will go, well, wait a minute, when these warrants expire, the company is sitting on $6.7 billion in cash. At 5% interest, they're going to haul in almost $350 million a year in interest, $7 million a week, $1 million a day in interest will come into the GameStop cash registers. $1 million a day of interest on government debt. There's no risk here. There's no speculation on that payment of interest. $1 million a day. That's $90 million every quarter when they announce their every quarter's results. $90 million is income already from the money. How did we do in the stores? And if the stores can make $50 million a quarter on average, cleaning them all up like they are, they got a $140 million a quarter company coming in the door, which is $560 million a year in profit. $560 million a year in profit, and on 500 million shares, $1 a share profit. Just doing nothing, just interest only. For Ryan Cohen, if he had to exercise half the warrants, half were picked up by the shareholders, and he picked up the other half, he would now add stock to his portfolio. He would now add, what would that work out to? What did I figure out? A quarter of the stock is 105 million shares, 50 million. He'd buy 50 million more shares. Yeah, he'd go from 30 something to 80 something. He'd be a huge shareholder. See what I mean? If Roaring Kitty exercised all of his warrants, he would add 25% more shares to his kitty, to his portfolio. See what I'm saying? Yeah, this is a game changer. Oh, yeah. Now, what they could do is that they could issue a quarter warrant as a dividend. You're a shareholder, you have 1,000 shares, you will be given 250 warrants. And each warrant can be exercisable with $25 into the stock. So it could go that way. So it doesn't really matter. However the method is done, it's still a 25% increase in the float of the company for cash. So if you've got 1,000 shares, you have 250 warrants, the stock is trading at 45 a share on the excitement of it all, your warrants are worth, I have to do the math in reverse, I think they're worth $5 a piece. And you've got 250 of them. You're up money. You're a happy camper. So there you go. It's unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. No, your warrants might be worth $20 a piece, actually. So each warrant you have is worth $20. You got 250 of them. You got $5,000 for warrants from 1,000 shares. Exactly. It's the same money, same net money to you if the stock goes up. Doesn't matter how many warrants you have. It's a question of the ratio. That could happen. That would be this story right here. This AMD is having a bit of a run today. H. Gregory, Uncle Bruce, as of late, I've been having problems picking direction on credit spreads. Stocks are overbought. I'll write call credit spreads, and when oversold, vice versa. Is this in this perma bull market? I keep getting burned. How should I close a put or call credit spread as far as direction is concerned? I would definitely be way ahead or way behind the market. On the put side, I would be 10 to 15% behind. And on the call side, I would definitely be 10 to 15% ahead, without doubt, depending on the volatility of the market. Brian, number 170 on the thumbs up meter. Bruce, good morning. Trade update. I closed out my $25 and $40 cash secured puts that were expiring today. Yesterday, I brought in $1,700 for 2 weeks. Sold new cash secured puts July 5. Those are 26s for $259 times 11 contracts. I like this. So almost $260 times 11. $2,600, $2,850 fresh cash. Thank you very much. Deep value. Thank you, Bruce. Very enlightening. There you go. Yes. Oh yeah. A warrant offering of that kind. A 1 for 4. Oh my God. And if it's a guaranteed buy, which can be done, oh my God, that $6.7 billion in cash. End result: in 60 days, 90 days, 120 days, whatever the time frame for the warrants are, that is the end game. The company will be then sitting on the potential of $6.7 billion in cash, and they're going to be holding in almost $1 million a week in interest. Done. End of discussion. No speculation anymore. No, I wonder if they can sell those. No, it's a done deal. It's a bought deal. The stock will go beyond 25. It will go up because the market will go, these guys are $6.7 billion. You know what they can do with that? They could buy 40% of Best Buy. They could almost buy and control of Best Buy. They could merge the two together into one. Might not be a good idea, but that's kind of power we're talking about. $6.7 billion in cash. You know how many companies that they could own 10 to 20% of? In the S&P 500, take a look at the size of these companies. $6.7 billion. You want to own a fifth of a company. You're now going after $30 billion or so companies. $30 billion market cap companies is what you're shopping for. You're going to get 20% of something like that. You'll be the dominant shareholder. You'll be the controlling shareholder of a $35 billion corporation. That's the power of $6.7 billion. And for them to be able to raise another $5 billion behind that, a no-brainer. Because if you're the dominant shareholder of a $35 billion company, you can raise another $5 billion cash like that and kick butt. I mean, just this is a game changer for GameStop, but the market doesn't. Wall Street won't. The shills. You're not going to read articles about this. You're not going to get anything like that. No way. Maybe around here you'll hear about it, but nowhere else. There you go. Are we having fun today? This is good stuff. What else is going on here? George Carlin, I'm smiling. Alex H. Gregory, and you need to manage your risk. Folding arms is great for covered calls, but less so for spreads. Once a spread is at the money or in the money, you are gambling. Take the loss earlier and move on. There you go. These are good tips. Absolutely good tips. Credit spreads are designed and should be in. When you create a credit spread, you have to be out of the money, way out of the money. Otherwise, you're gambling. You're not. You're now on the floor. You've got to be out of the money, and you've got to make adjustments for that kind of thing. And you let the clock help you in shifting your positions. So if you get caught and you're in the money on a position, and the clock gives you the opportunity to do a rollover where you can roll forward and lift calls or drop puts to get towards the market or back to the market or catch up to the market, that's a good thing. And every few weeks, another opportunity presents itself and you can move a little closer and a little closer. You keep doing that. You never stop adjusting your option positions to come to the market. Eventually the markets reverse and they have a snapback rally or a dump off. And all of a sudden, all those moves you've made to follow the market or stay ahead of it, behind it, pay off. All of a sudden, these contracts that you're into, oh, wow, I'm really close now to the money. The market is coming to you now. And that's the name of this game. You never stop. I'm saying this based on my own mistakes, says Alex. Richard, Uncle Bruce called me George Carlin. What a compliment. There you go, buddy. Richard Carlin, George Carlin. 25.25 on GameStop, up 16 cents today. Volume 4 million shares so far on the session. Our friends over at Tesla, $200.53 a share, having a good day. On the other markets we're watching right now, the Dow is up 207 points. AI is at 29.02. We got ME at 43.1. SoFi 660 up 5. NVIDIA holding a 322 gain. Rocket Lab down 2.8 cents. Matterport is up 8.5 today to 421. Finally, Matterport is finally inching up a little by little by little. It's going to go up to $5, $5.10, $5.20. Takeover will happen at $5.50. This is easy, free money, but very few have taken advantage of it. Smart Rent, $2.33, down 5, down $13 on Supermicro at $8.77. There you go. Adobe's up $11.20, Uber up $2.20, Apple up 48 cents, Tesla up $3.50. Enphase down 88 cents. Netflix up $1.30. AMD up $6.67 to $1.66. I know someone who watches this channel who has written 165 calls. He might want to do a rollover. It might be time to roll up to 170 calls a little further out in time for a bunch more money. That might be the strategy someone who watches me might want to employ. Unity down 13 cents. Google down 52. Moderna up 32. Cisco up 29. Pfizer up 19. Microsoft is green, up 179. IBM up 198. HBQ up 41. Amazon down 24 cents. Home Depot up 195. Vanik up $7. Goldman up 7.99. Boeing up 61. Facebook, Meta 521 up 158 a share. Target up 154. JP Morgan up 215. Costco's up 440 to $855 a share, which is just about 18 away from the all-time high, 873. Wow, Costco has had a hell of a run. Walmart is down a penny. Disney down 18 cents. American Airlines is up 2. AMC down 4. DraftKings up 98 cents. And Royal Caribbean up 137, 160, 158. Welcome all to the program. Welcome all to the show where hopes, dreams, and great aspirations take place all the time. Congratulations, option class takers. You've made the first move. You're making the second class, the third, the fourth. You're doing it. You are taking control of your life, one class at a time. Don't worry about hurrying up. Just get it done. Watch a class every couple of days if you can, maybe 2 a week, 3 a week. It's up to you. You decide the speed of your class taking. You will decide when to start writing options, what you're going to do. You decide whether you want to have a one-on-one session with me in private to help you figure out your game plan, whatever. You know how to reach me. My email is down below in the links. Thank you all so much for being part of this show today and being part of this channel. Thanks again for those of you who have taken part in today's poll question and giving us thumbs ups today. I thank you. We have the thumbs up meter now pushing 182. We're getting closer to that 200 mark. The poll question has attracted 276 responses so far. And the question was today, I started writing stock options because of this channel. 2021, 36% of the results of the respondents started writing options in 2021 because of this channel. In 2022, 14%. In 2023, 8%. And this year, 2024, 43% of the people answering this poll question started writing options because of this channel. And that is fantastic. I'm just delighted that I see so many of you jumping in here, beginning to pick up the classes and learning to write options and taking this free money, this ungodly amount of money that these gamblers are handing to you. This is good stuff. I say well done, everyone. Tom, I closed my Tesla put spreads today for 80% profit in 2 weeks. Anything with good premiums out there, unbelievable. Alex, neat. Lorraine, number 183. Thank you for those thumbs ups. I appreciate it. Look, kids, always be shopping your option chain. Always be looking for your next option right. If you're taking my classes and you're hanging around here, you're figuring out how this is done. And for some of you, it comes naturally. For others of you, it takes time to get it through your mind that you're selling first and buying back later. And you have depreciation working for you, not against you, for you, to allow you to win on these trades. Sometimes all you need to do is write your contracts, fold your arms, and watch them fall in price. Scoop them back at a nice low price, and then write another batch of contracts. And it's just repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And it sounds boring, but oh, it ain't boring when the money's in your hands. Ooh, it's a fun feeling to know, oh, I got cash in my hands. It's looking good. GameStop just popped again, 25.40 to 44 on GameStop shares. There's a seller of 6,000 at 25.49 and 1,100 at 25.50. They might be taken out at any moment here. This market is now moving up to 25.42, 44. They're taking out the 44 resistance here. It's now offered at 46, and it might be gone. We are gone. All that stock that was for sale has been bought up. We're now looking at 1,100 only available at 25.50. Nothing else is available. It's now 10s, 20s, 15, 30 shares. There's nothing for sale here. 25, 42, 45 right now with the 4.2 million volume at the moment going through. There seems to be maybe a couple of thousand at 26 something, maybe. That's $1 from here. Maybe a couple of thousand shares, 2,000, 3,000. Not a lot for sale. It's being taken out. The buyers are nibbling off the stock bit by bit by bit. A 225-point gain on the Dow. The big money is moving into the market as a whole, no question about it. AI now up 61, 29.16. We're definitely going higher there. 660 on the SoFi. It looks like it wants to go. SoFi is ready. It's just about ready to pop. NVIDIA 127.06 up 307. We got some stocks ready to go. 25.40 to 25.42 on the GameStop shares. More buying than selling seems to be happening. There's a bit of a sell wave at 26, and after that, nothing. Nothing. Matterport's on the move, Bruce. Parker, I threw out some bait to try to get a GameStop cash secured put for 103 credit expiring next week. The one I had out yesterday didn't hit. Splair, yes, Matterport 10 cents higher, and GameStop again 25.40 says Splair 25.43 now. Parker, I did close out my $26 cash secured put expiring today for a $200 profit. I did that yesterday. DH, I just bought back my GameStop $25 June 28th, sold for $3.35, bought back at 28 cents. Thank you very much, sir. May I have another Splair due to the shorter week ahead? I'm struggling. Should I buy after my deposit arrives in a 3 to 5 trading day? Paramount with the risk? I don't know. You got to figure this out, Splair. You always ask these questions. You know what you have to do. You've got to do your research, check your option chains. Could be a ton of fun here. We've got the Dow up 246 right now. We've got Matterport at 423, 424. Now looks like an 11-cent gain on the Matterport. We're at 126.92 on NVIDIA, up 293. 29.09 on AI, $6.60 on SoFi, with GameStop at 25.35 to 40. We're just poised under the 25.59 high of the day. I wonder just when does it pop 50 cents like that, and then another 50 cents like that, and we move into the 26 level. A lot of options are expiring today at 25, 25.50, 26, 26.50. Does the stock take a run to 30? Because if that's the case, 5 million shares are needed to satisfy option expiries today for settlement Monday. 25.50 right now, 25.55 right now. We are moving up on GameStop. 25.59 is the high. We're at 25.53 right now. Only 4.4 million traded. There's nothing here. That's why I'm wondering if this goes higher through 25.50 to 26 and higher, does this create a buy wave for those who have to deliver stock against these contracts that are going in the money? The stock is going up. Options are becoming more valuable in the money. 25.53, 25.54 right now. We're 5 cents away from the high of the session as I speak. 4.43 million traded, and there's a little seller. There's a seller at 26 something. I don't see him yet. I'm being indicated there's a seller there somewhere. I don't know if they got much. We go through 25.60, 25.70. We may see if there's a couple thousand for sale at 26, and that's it. Like, unless new sellers show up, they're not coming in. They're just not coming in. 25.48 to 50 right now, with a high of 25.59. Little buy waves keep coming into the stock. Just a little buy, a little back off, a little higher, a little back off, a little higher, a little backing up, a little higher, again and again and again and again. Remember, the low of 24.87, the high of 25.59. We haven't even traded a $1 spread between high and low. It's mainly been positive all day. 25.56 just went through. We just took out the 56 stock now. There's one at 57, 1,000 at 58, 200 at 60, 150 at 62. We're gapping out after 25.60. We're not seeing selling at every penny. 25.52 high, 25.59. Are we on the verge of breaking through 25.60 to $26? Is that what's going on here? I'm wondering. 17,000 for sale at 26, Bruce. There's that wall, and that won't stop it. Let's see. What else is going on here? Thank you, everybody. Brian, my cash secured puts, I wrote yesterday, up 30% already. Is this real life? I'm loving this. Deep value. I only see 10,000 for sale at 26. I don't see 17,000. Interesting. Splair, I was reading on Discord that some of us received the voting bill, the thing for Matterport. Is any information already available about the date where it could happen. Anyone have any more info on that? 25.53 now on this GameStop stock. The high of 59 is just ahead at 20 and 25.59. There's nothing for sale. There's stock at 25.58 and then at 60. There's nothing at 59. We just are hitting that now. 59 market orders. We just went through to 64. We just went right through it. 67 now trading. There's 12,300 at $26. That's all there is. We're at 72, 74, 25.74 at the high of the day right now. Trading out. It's offered at 76, 78, 80, 82. We're jumping through these resistance levels like hot knife, hot butter, hot knife through soft butter. That's it. I can't even say it fast enough. 25.75 new high right now. 25.75 just went through on the stock as we're going through all these levels. Buying is coming in and there's nothing to stop it. That means these 25.50 contracts are in the money. The 25s are in the money. The 24.50s are in the money. The $24 are in the money. All these contracts are in the money now. And if we go through 26, all those go in the money. And that would take nothing here. 30,000, 40,000 shares of buying. We're into the 26 level. Do we go to 30 today? Does this start to accelerate? That's what I'm asking. Will the GameStop shares accelerate faster, higher, quicker because they're moving through 26 bucks? We're up 59, 60 cents. That's all it is. It's nothing incredible. We're not up 10 bucks. We're up 58, 60 cents a share. But is this the beginning of a little pop and we run it to 31, 32? That's 5 million more shares needed to satisfy credit option demands, option exercising needs. 25.64, 65 right now. High of the day, 25.75. Welcome to the party, everybody. Great to have you. This is fun, says Brian. I like this game. There you go, baby. If this thing stays at 26, I might be able to buy back my cash ticket puts for 50% less overnight. I like this game. Brian, thoughts are from all the failed delivers from early mid-May. Settlements happening now next week. We will see. Keep selling options. Here we go. Like I said, we're really, this is volatile to the upside, not the downside. Splair, well, hot butter, soft knife, that would work too. Liquid butter on a warm knife. What can I say? We're at 239 gain on the Dow now, 29.07 on AI. ME is at 42.8. SoFi, $6.60 a share, up 7 on a volume of 5.3 million. SoFi is out trading GameStop, and GameStop is on the move. What can I tell you? There's nothing for sale. Buyers would like to buy more of GameStop. I think they just can't find it. They can't get it. So they have to keep upping their bids to try to get the stock. Uh-oh. Something's happening here. Oh, my God. And someone's walking. How you doing?
Much better. It's just very, very stiff today, but it's not sore. So
This is awesome.
I know.
Someone got her knee injected yesterday. And
Yes.
She's looking better here. Oh, my God. Toasted sesame seed bagel with egg on there and some
I
ketchup.
even remembered to catch it. And as I was doing it, I thought, oh, wait, today's Friday. Friday's jelly day. So I don't want to upset your tummy or your routine.
I think I can handle it.
Okay.
I might be able to get by on this.
It's very hot. You might want to give it a
I'll try
second.
really hard to survive this hardship of a fried egg. Fried egg on a bagel.
And you should have a fried egg on a Friday.
You getting that?
Get that.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to come and wish Happy Canada Day to all those Canadians who will have Monday off.
I'll be working.
Get
We'll
out
be on.
there and wave a flag and have
We'll
a
be
beer.
here.
And
We're off next Thursday, but we're on Monday.
yes,
Oh, this is so good. Oh, this is so good.
I'm going to go make myself one.
Auntie Jen, thank you so much.
You're welcome. How's the markets?
GameStop has only traded $5 million, but it's
Oh.
up.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, that happens in those low volumes. You never know.
Option expiry date today.
Exactly.
We got a bunch of
It's a big-
contracts expiring here, and
it's
the
a
higher
Friday.
this thing goes, the higher it will go.
Right?
25.74 right now. We're approaching a high today of 25.75. We're just about there, kids.
There you go.
We're going to take this out. 77, new high. 78. Here we go, baby. We're on a run.
You get to be an auctioneer.
Woohoo! 75.75, baby. At $26, there's 11,000 for sale. I think they're about to be taken out. I have a hunch.
Yeah, we got
Oh, yeah.
all sorts of goodies you found.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Got some magnets,
Mhm.
cards. Oh. See what happens when we unpack a box?
We find stuff.
It's frightening. Frightening.
Oh.
I'll tell you.
Incredible. Thank you, Jen, so much.
No problem. See everybody. Have a good weekend.
Okay, see you in a bit. 25.83 is the high of the day now. We're approaching that $26 offer. 25.88 just went through. 89 went through. 11,000 for sale at $26. Behind that is nothing. Again, it's gapping to 26.02, 4, 26.05. There's nothing there. This thing breaks through 26. That's a bunch of contracts going in the money. Again, another batch of contracts in the money. Oh my goodness. 94. Right now, 25.95, 98, 25.98. Still at 26. It's gone. 26.034. Gone. The entire 11,000 shares bought up. There is nothing for sale. 26.02. The high today now. 26.07. Getting interesting. Bagel power. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Just like 50 shares for sale every couple of pennies on GameStop. That's it. 100 here, 50 here, 90 here. Nothing. $26. 26.07 for the high already. Oh, this is good stuff. Dow's up 233. Oh, this is fun. Now, if SoFi could catch the fire, that would be kind of nice. Nice to see SoFi go to 7 today. Wouldn't it be great? Giddy up, kids. Welcome to the party, pal. It's so nice to have you. Thank you all. Those of you saying hi to Auntie Jen, much appreciated as always, folks. I'm just so difficult to stay up on all these comments as I'm chomping away on a bagel. Thank you all so much for being here. Welcome to the party. 29.02 on AI, 25.96, 25.95 on GameStop. I'll watch it consolidate here. Let's see if it runs to 26.50. That's the next contract to go in the money. Oh my. How many of these contracts are going in the money today? They expire tonight. There's a ton becoming more valuable here. How many more shares are going to be needed by the market makers to settle these option contracts? Should be fun. Could we be at like 25.90? 10 minutes later, 27.90. An hour later, 30.90. That could happen. Do not underestimate the upper movement of GameStop. Don't fight it. Oh my. 5,000 shares of GameStop came up for sale at $25.79. Got bought up like that. Gone. Whatever stock is coming in volume, it just gets bought up by the buyers. There are market buyers trying to buy stock without showing their hand. They're lurking, and they see an offer, they grab it, and then they don't show their hand anymore. They just buy, go back, buy, go back. We're back to 80, 25.80 now. And there's nothing for sale up to 26, really. There's just nothing. There's 1,000, 2,000 at 25.90, 1,000 at 25.92, 1,400 at 26. The selling is not piling up, and it's being taken out systematically. Buyers just to take a run at it, and they'll just run this market 15, 20 cents, buy up everything that's offered, and it's gone. And then we pause, and then they run it again. 5.89 million is all that we've traded. So I'll tell you, there's a lot probably going on out there, a lot of which we don't see. It's the way the SEC works it these days. We're only allowed to see certain things. The rest is confidential. 25.80, 2,100 available. I think it's about to go. We're trading at 77. It's gone. 80, 20. It is gone. Yeah, it's gone. Now there's 1,000 at 92. Yeah, we're trading at 80 now. And we traded 5.95 million shares. So the volume seems to be increasing. The higher the stock is going, so it's kind of feeding the frenzy here. So the way I sense what's happening. Is this good? Oh boy. Oh, Anti-Gen did it again. Tesla, 202. 202.40, up $5. Dow's up 250. We're up on GameStop, but we're not leading the market. Just going along for the ride. SoFi is 660, just going for the ride, up 7 cents. Nvidia up 222, just going for the ride at the moment. It's option expiry day. Can you imagine how many Nvidia contracts are in the money now? Call options? How many Nvidia call options are in the money? Over 120 a share now. Wow. But how many are not in the money from 140 down to 126? Because that's as high as that thing got. Interesting. Hitting 203 on Tesla now. The high of the day. We're coming up to the high day of Tesla. $25.64 to $70 on GameStop right now. SoFi, 661. Yay! The fire department's coming. Yay! Oh my. So good. Oh man, that was good. My. Whew. Heavenly. GameStop's bouncing up again. Got down to 25.50 or so. Now looks like back to 70. Yep, 70, 73 now. Climbing. Mm. Oh my, that was something else. What can I tell you? Comments. Hang on, let me try to catch up with some of these comments. Happy Canada Day. Thank you, Delika. Delika. What else? Brian, I can see why GameStop has the best premiums in the market. It could be $15 one day and the next week 50. It's just insane. Hot wing Mike, I just woke up. Brian, I put in a stinker to buy back my cash secured puts for 50% less. If we have a nice pop to 26.50, this thing could hit. And we saw 26.07. We're 25.67 right now. 68 now. And looks like we might be trading at 69 and 70, so a little better. Let's go here. Anti-Gen to the Moon says, Brian. Tom, Bruce, Meta, put credit spread. August the 2nd, 460.70, far enough behind. Also, earnings are July the 26th range or so. So Meta platforms. Let's take a look here. Where are we at on Meta right now? There we are, $5.16 a share, and you're at 460.70. Yeah, that's a safe zone. Definitely a safe zone there. Tom saying it's about a $2 credit spread. Not bad. That's not bad at all. Alberto, I gave myself a bingo.
That was easy.
Brian, that was easy. Tom, I hit 209 times 12. Hit at 209 times 12 spreads. Alberto, Brian, not yet. Laughing out loud, not yet, but soon. There you go. I'm ready. I'm poised. I got it right here. I was just testing it. 25.62 on the GameStop shares. And we're ahead on the markets right now. 237 points on this market for the Dow. Welcome all. 202.80 on Tesla. High of the day, 203.20. We're just 40 cents away from the high of the day on Tesla, approximately. We got Google down one buck and a half right now. Palantir up 30 some odd cents at the moment. 25.66 on GameStop. 6.3 million volume. Still light, not heavy, but we are up 56 more cents on option expiry day. So the 25.50s are in the money. We break through 26, they're in the money. And we're at 25.66 on our way to 26 again, I think, because there's nothing here. I see 51 shares, 1 share, 77 shares, 101 shares for sale. The next 1,000 shares available are at 25.82. 20 cents from here, you'll find 1,000 for sale. Other than that, it's 50s to 100s. That's all there is. At the moment, there you have it. That's I'm sticking to my story. I'm telling you. That's what I got. Okay. All right. Matterport, 429, up 16 cents. Matterport volume today, 541,000. There you go. Still rolling along. It's going to be taken out at 5.5. What can I tell you? The ME shares, they were at 42.3. They're now 43.2. 496,000 shares. Nothing incredible. Dow is up 181, backing up a tad. 25.61 on GameStop right now. And just watching the ebb and the flow of this market, the yin, the yang, the up, the down, the surge. What can I say? Let's see here. Alberto, I sold 221 cover calls of SoFi for September. I got 65 cents. I bought back at a 60% profit. Oof, what a nice profit. Deep value, someone's trying to sell 73 shares of GameStop at $10,000 per share. It showed up just for a few seconds. Deep value for a few seconds. Fun stuff. 660 on SoFi here. 25.61 on GameStop. We're up 197. Maybe he was just kidding, says Splair. Maybe he was just kidding. We've got the poll question here. 293 responses now. 36% of you say, I started writing stock options because of this channel with Uncle Bruce. 36% said, I started in 2021. 13% of you said, I started writing options for cash in 2022. 8% in 2023. And 43% of you are saying, I started writing options on this channel this year, 2024. I'm taking money in from options from all those gamblers, and I love it. Way to go, you guys! Taking the dough off the gamblers. Why not? If you don't take the dough, then the institutional investors will. Why would you leave it to the pros from Dover? Take it yourself. Absolutely. 195 thumbs ups is where we're at now. Thank you for the 195 thumbs ups. They're coming in for 200 plus. You guys are awesome. I appreciate this very much that you're helping us. You're helping us with that. I appreciate it. Fantastic. What else is going on here? Yeah, 195 and counting. Keep those thumbs ups coming in if you can. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Almost 300 replies now from the poll question. 294 and counting as those are coming through. GameStop 25.57.58, high of the day 26.07. We've been getting these swings, 30, 40, 50 cent swings back and forth and back and forth, but it looks like the stock appears to want to go higher at the moment. 295 thumbs replies on the poll question. Thank you. 196 thumbs ups. Thank you. Appreciate you. I love it. All right, let's see what's going on here. Dude, a buyback hit for 8 cents on the 20.5, 18.5 GameStop put spreads. I sold them for 41 cents 8 days ago. That's 4 contracts. It's made $132. Deep value, a big buy order at $25.20. If we go that low, 10,000 shares. Alberto, $8 strike. Well done. Dude, those are 7.5 expiry on that GameStop spread. Dude, just sharing some examples. Splair, 432 on Matterport, climbing again. Alberto, I just put up 130 shares of GameStop for $100. Let's see if that goes through. 432 on Matterport, up 19.5 cents. We're climbing on Matterport now. Again, thank you. 25.60 on the GameStop and 6.60 on SoFi right now. We're up 150 on the Dow. We're having a good day on Matterport. No complaints. Very interesting. Up 170 on Matterport. Up on NVIDIA, NVIDIA, 125.70 at 170 on NVIDIA. Matterport up 17 to 430 now. And we're up 5 on Adobe to 551. Uber up 248. And over on AMD, we're up to 163.33, up 386 as we back off a little bit right now. Interesting moves. 127 gain on the Dow. Bit of a pullback happening. 28.92 on AI, up 37. 25.57 on GameStop. 202.30 on Tesla, up 490. Very close. Within $1 of its high of the day. It's kind of hanging on there. Alberto, actually, I meant to sell at $75 a share. I'm going to see if I can sell my stock at $75 a share on GameStop. Splair, well, it's worth a try if someone's willing to pay that much, maybe per accident. You never know. There you go. A 135-point gain on the Dow Jones right now. There you are, kids. That is the story as of right at this second. We're 2 hours and 32 minutes into the show, and I want to thank you for joining me today. Thank you for participating in my poll question today. Thank you for helping out with my thumbs up meter, getting us to the 200 level and beyond. You guys are great. You rerunners out there, thank you for helping out as well. It is much appreciated. 295 votes are in on the poll question. 198 thumbs ups are in on that meter. And you guys are making money out there, and I love it. Keep bringing it in, taking in the cash. Show no mercy. Leave them nothing. Grab some dough. Enjoy the upside. Always be writing. Do not be afraid to take dollars rather than pennies when it comes to option writing. Fantastic stuff, guys. I will leave you with one last thought. do not forget that the power behind this market is mystical, and it's all powerful, and it's not the SEC. It is the Knights of Neat. They are the all powerful people. Snowboarder, I rolled a $29 cash secured put for past 3 weeks down and out for a credit each time. Now at 27.5 with a $4 credit. Gamblers are making this easy for me. Deep value, I see 30 at $90. Deep value options and some at $80. Thank you, Richard Carlin, otherwise known as George Carlin. Deep value, Splair, neat. Here come the knee emoji attacks. D.H. Ruda's here. Here it comes, deep value. Dalika is here. Neat. The knee emojis are coming through, baby. Get out of the way. Deep value, they're flying in here, one after the other. Neat emojis coming on. B. Tizzle, Jason Laws. Do not mess with the Knights of Neat. You will be crushed. Howdy, partner. Neat. There you go, kids. Keep them coming. Don't stop it now. Thank you all so much for the love, and thank you for these super chats and PayPal donations and grabbing classes and getting richer. And oh, I love it. Keep the party, pal. Keep it going. Corinne, thank you as well. Thank you all for these knee emojis and all the thumbs ups. You're awesome, guys. You know it. Thank you, Splair. Giddy up, guys. Let's roll and get this party started. Absolutely. Beach Boys here. Neat. Alberto's here. They're all here. Watching and making money. Why not take the gifts that are being handed to you? Beautiful stuff. Thank you, guys. I will see you either later on if something crazy happens, over the weekend, depending on just what I'm speculating on, and otherwise, we'll be here Monday morning, and that'll be Canada Day. We'll be on next Thursday. We're off, but we're here on Monday for sure. Keep making the dinero, and thank you for the support for this YouTuber. It is much appreciated. All right, J-Boy, way to go. Deep value, way to go. There's Beach Boy, Giddy Up, Splair, Corinne. Here they go. The emojis just keep coming in one after the other. All right, guys. Have a good one. We'll see you next time. Bye from Calgary. Bye for now.